Hey everybody, Tennessee Fats here, and you will see I am holding onto a giant stack of mail call here. This is all the mail that I accumulated over the last year at my place down in the States. I've already opened up two things. One was the Coffin Comics sealed envelopes. That was a priority. Second one was a commission I had done by Adam Archer, which I'm very excited about. I think that looks fantastic. Now this is the regular stuff. Now I remember what's in 50% of these. I have no idea what's in the rest. Huh. So I think it's going to be just as much a surprise for me for some of these as it is for you guys. I have no memory of even buying some of these. But apparently over the last year I did. Huh. So I hope you enjoy this one. These mail call ones are not too frequent for me because quite frankly I very rarely will ever buy comics sight unseen. I want to physically see them before I make the decision to purchase. But every once in a while I guess, well, I do buy them online. Probably because of some reason or another. Either, probably I'm guessing, directly from the original artist. That's one where I'll do that. Or I bought them graded off of Comic Link, and I think there is a Comic Link box in here. But the rest? I don't know. Weird. Let's tear. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste any time on this. Let's tear into these and get them open and see them as they go, and then at the end we'll do a recap. Now, some of these, I am positive. One of these, I'm positive I know what it is. I think this is the one where I know what it is. Yep. I know exactly what this one is. Now, this is a present for a buddy of mine for Christmas. And I'll tell you, by the time this goes live, it'll be after Christmas, because I'm time releasing these things. So, Jason, I'm hoping I'm not ruining a surprise for you here. But I do know what this is. And, oh, look, it's got a pull tab. I'm an idiot. So much for the pull tab. Hey, look, there's a secondary pull tab. Let's try that. Here's open. Zip, zip. So much for that. Okay. Old-fashioned way to just ram your fingers in it and tear at her. Okay, so I see bubble wrap. I don't know. I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I'm doing this today is because tomorrow is recycling day. And having this giant pile of cardboard in my basement, when I should be getting it... Where is this thing open? Should be getting it out of my house. That just frustrates me. I'm trying to empty my house, not fill it full of crap. Wow, bubble wrap like crazy. Go away, go away, go. Alright, so yeah, this is what I think it is. Okay. Jason, I certainly hope you have this by the time this video goes live. Alright, this is... Here you go. It's a CGC 9.8. This is the Phoenix Resurrection, Return of Jean Grey, cover G. CGC Signature Series, right there. This is, by my memory, Jason's favorite cover out of the series, and this is the signed one. And it's graded. So, Jason, Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy this when you do get it. If I just ruined the surprise, well, sorry. But it's a really cool gift, so I think you're going to be happy with that. Kind of cool, even on the... That's that one. Ooh, let's go to the next one. What's this one here? Oh, this is also from J. Scott Campbell Limited. JScottCampbell.com. Do not bend. How do I open this thing? I guess I gotta cut the tape. Alright. Well, let's cut the tape. Well packaged. Oh, what is this? No memory whatsoever. Do not bend. Okay, well this is... Oh my god, it's taped into... Oh, okay, it's taped into the box. So... Alright, just to show you guys, it's not coming out. It is thoroughly taped in there. So let's have at her here. I really dislike using knives around comics, but you know, when it's gotta be, it's gotta be. Okay, we're free now? Okay, we're free on the bottom. We are not free on the side. Oh my god, guys. Like, you package this really well at jscottcampbell.com. But, all this tape? Seriously? Okay, hold on. No, I'm still attached somewhere. Where am I still attached? Oh, they literally did a loop of tape at the back of it to hold it in the box. Wow, okay. Is it free now? Okay, it's free now. Okay, so, it's Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man #2. These are signed by J. Scott Campbell. Which covers are in this? I don't know. There's a couple here, so let's just quickly take a look. Come on, come. Please tell me you're not taped into this giant bag. Okay. we've got, oh, cover D, signed by J. Scott Campbell. There's a certificate of authenticity in the back, number 316. That's cool. Oh, what drove me to buy these? I got, this is the one that drove me to buy this. There you go. That's the cover. That's the one that I liked. Very cool. Cover C. And then I also have here, I got cover B. Black Suit Spider-Man. Yep, that's why. And then cover, what do I guess? A? I'm guessing it's A. Is this seriously stuck in the plastic? Nope, it's not. Cover A. Very nice. Let's take a closer look at these later. That's pretty cool. So, 2 J. Scott Campbell items. Now, what is this one? This one is, it's a personal name. I don't recognize it. It's eBay, though. I don't remember buying anything on eBay. Hell, for the fact of the matter, I don't even remember buying those Amazing Spider-Man number 2 variants, but when I do see that Venom one, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember something about this. Clearly that was why. Okay, eBay. Box out. More bubble wrap. Okay, so it's well bubble wrapped. And it's taped. Okay, so it's in a hard plastic sleeve. Or shell. So what do we got? We got 2 comics here, so let's go with the one that's outside. Ah, here you go. Major X. Hold on. Major X number 3, the second printing. And you're going to wonder why. Tough. Wonder why. I'm not going to tell you now. I'll show you a separate video on that. These are fairly recent. Major X number 1, third printing. Okay. And Major X number 1, third printing sketch variant. Ooh. I couldn't get these at all at my local comic shop. We'll go back and take a look at those when we do the wrap at the end, but I couldn't get those at all at my local comic shop because my local comic dealer doesn't like Rob Liefeld. I don't know why. I don't think he doesn't like him. Let me rephrase this. I don't think it's an issue where he does not like him personally. Did that come out the right way? It's not that he does not like him personally. Let's go with that. That's the smartest way to actually say that. But he doesn't like his art. So as a result, and the only reason that I've got this is because I literally heard the clerks mumbling about this with somebody else, a different customer in the store. And they were saying how the guy can't draw feet and that's why they don't buy his stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to buy those books. So, yeah, eBay. There's another eBay purchase, individual, in Ocala. Okay. What's this one? Okay, I got shipping paper, or packaging paper, wrapped all around it. I'm not going to look at this because it'll spoil it. Tissue paper, tissue paper, tissue paper. Okay, this is going to go in the recycling bin, so that's really cool. What do we got? Got a comic in a bag, and it is, Major X number 2. This was, I can't remember which variant this one was. Huh, I must have bought a bunch of these just before I was down there because I was filling up the gaps that were missing in my collection that I couldn't get here. Very cool. I actually picked that up in a local comic shop while I was down there at the same time. So now I've got a couple copies of that one. So that's cool. That was very cool. I think I picked that up actually at Coliseum of Comics, I think. I think it was Coliseum of Comics. I think I actually have that in my Coliseum of Comics Comic Haul video, which, well, by the time this is live, has been up for a couple months. Alright, so let's see what's in this one. This one is, this one, okay. So when I said I buy things directly from the artist, Rob Liefeld, sorry, not Rob Liefeld. Those are eBay purchases, although I did buy things directly from Rob Liefeld. Those are J. Scott Campbell. Bill Sienkiewicz. Am I saying that correct? Sienkiewicz? Listen, you want to look it up, look it up. I don't care. I'm pronouncing it how I want to. So I have bought a couple things from him. I actually have a really rare Moon Knight number 1 from him. That was a signed one. I also got a Moon Knight, I think it's a second print number 182 from him, which is really cool. And I ordered that one directly. I don't like, if I remember correctly, the way he packages his stuff. This is what we got here. It's stuck in the box, so I'll cut it out later. Conan the Barbarian, variant edition number 1, signed by Bill Sienkiewicz. Very cool. I'm going to cut this out of here later without destroying the book. Alright, I was momentarily interrupted there, mostly because I was thirsty. I'm still thirsty. I don't know, and I was looking at that Conan trying to get it out. And the last thing I bought was that not Mark Spector Moon Knight, but the Moon Knight number, I think it's 182, the second print, the signed version, which he's since put back up on his website a couple times, selling more of them signed, which is fine. I have no issue with that. But when I received it, I didn't like the bag and the board that it was in. Like, it was in such a way where I was like, this could easily get the living crap kicked out of it. So I handled it very gingerly, and then rebagged and reboarded it, and then I took a good look at it, which is very cool. I had no issues with that. But I'm afraid in getting that out, it might be the same type of bag and board. Anyways, here's the second last one here. It's from a P.O. box in California. I have no idea. No clue. When's this dated anyways? Do they actually date these? Okay, so this was from April of 2019. So this isn't that far before I went down. And yet, amazingly enough, I still have no idea what the hell it is. I tell you, it's interesting that even the more recent ones, which are those Major X issues, I remember emailing back and forth with the eBay dealer on the one where I got the 3 books. I don't remember the second one at all. Like, at all. I'm glad I have it. And I'll show you that later. But I don't remember it at all. Oh, no. What? Who? Shipping label? Nothing? Oh! I know what this is. Okay, whoa. Full break. Full park. Okay. P.O. Box in California. Yorba Linda, California. I don't know if anybody out there is a Rob Liefeld fan who knows where Yorba Linda is or what that is. This I actually did purchase from RobLiefeldCreations.com. This is his Major X #1 package that he had on his website for quite some time, but it's now gone. 3 different variants of #1. This doesn't even have a number on it. 3 different variants, all signed by Rob Liefeld. Okay, that's what that is. I do remember this. I completely forgot I had it shipped to the States. I actually thought those were already downstairs in my collection. Wow, I'm dumb. I've never even seen them. Why would I have thought they were? They're there now. Very cool. All right, last box. Oh my god. Here we go. Okay, so this is heavy. It says, please handle with care. It's fragile, just in case you're curious. Anybody who knows that reference, I'm sure most people know that reference. It's got to be a pop culture reference by now. Should I tell you? Do you want to know? I'll tell you. It's a movie called A Christmas Story. And it is a throwback nostalgia movie to growing up in the 50s. I didn't grow up in the 50s. But it's funny enough that... Oh. Popcorn. It's funny enough that it has totally stood the test of time. And people still love it to this day. Okay, so this is clearly a Comic Link order. Is it Comic Link? Does it say Comic Link? C-Link, Comic Link. Alright, so when I buy from Comic Link, I buy graded books. I think that's all of it now, right? Yeah, nothing there but peanuts, see? Peanuts. Alright, and this is typically how they ship their stuff. They then turn around and stick it in a bubble envelope. Let's see what I got here. Now this is, I must have purchased this date stamp on this. October of 18. So, word to the wise. I'm not really buying graded books anymore. At all. I'm not grading books anymore. I've written a lot about that on my website as to why. I don't think I've put up a lot of videos as to why. You know, if y'all want to know why I'm not buying graded books that much anymore, or why I'm also not grading books, sending them out for grading, let me know. Send me a message. Let me know. If I haven't already done it. This is definitely a Comic Link board. Okay, so check this out. All right. So, I like, I don't think it's a lie or a stretch of the imagination by any means that you tend to attach yourself more to things that were around in your formative years. For most people, that's their teenage years. So for me, that's the early 90s. Yes, I'm dating myself. So these are things that I find fascinating, and I can't find them anywhere in good condition. It's the Ultraverse hollow foil covers. So that's a graded one at a 9.8. I can never find these in any condition even close to a 9.2 anywhere. The problem with them was when the comic industry collapsed, those went off and went into dollar bins and just got a living shit kicked out of them. I normally try to keep it clean, but that's really what happened, which is a shame because I'm always trying to find them. They're always just beating the tar out of them. So what do we got here? Oh, that's pretty cool. So Solar Man of the Atom #1, a Valiant comic, signed by Bob Layton. Signature series. Explains why I bought that one. So it's a 9.4. It's a little lower in the grade. I can see why. It's got a bit of a nick in the top corner. Bit of a nick down there. Yeah, the cover fold's got a bit of wear on it. So I can understand why that might be a 9.4 instead of a 9.8. That's cool. What we got here? Ah! The Bob Layton one. Solar Man of the Atom #4. Signed. Explains why I bought that one. Alright. It's kind of cool. Let's see what we got over here. Gee, do you think maybe it's for early 1990s graded books? Well, I don't know, Tennessee Fats, is it? Well, let's get this thing out of the way. Shipping order. Aha! Ah! Gee, do you think? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Solar Man of the Atom #10. First appearance of the, what is it? The Eternal Warrior, Geomancers, Book of the Geomancers. It's funny, this must be an early grading because it doesn't even note the first appearances on it. Yeah, that's weird. Also a very hard book to find in good condition. This one was phenomenally underprinted because it came out with just normal numbers in production. And that happened just as Valiant blew up in popularity before Unity and the whole thing imploded anyways. Oh, okay, so here you go. So Max #2, signed by Sam Keith. Let's tell you a story about Sam Keith. His work is just something you didn't see at the time. And it just stood out. It really, really did. Now, unlike, what is it, Dale Keown with Pitt, Max actually came out with some level of regularity. So I think, in my opinion, it probably got more of a following, and I've never had a chance to see anything signed by him. So I guess I must have seen this and just gone, oh, okay, it's signed by him, sure. I'll buy it. Why not? Very cool. Okay, so how many packages was that? 1, 2, 3, I don't even. We'll count it back when we cut it out. Anyways, let's wrap this whole thing up and actually take a look at these books. Cool. Okay, we're back. So let's take a stab at this, and you know what we'll do? We'll start with the giant comic link box that was there at the end there, which is a complete surprise. I don't remember buying any of these. It tells you something about your buying power when you start pulling stunts like that. Anyways, so here's the first one. This is the Max #2. Now, it's not the Max #1, obviously, and it's not a 9.8, it's a 9.6. You find with a lot of these signed things, the Signature Series, it's funny. If it's something where it's a Signature Series book and it's coming directly from the artist, like that J. Scott Campbell one over there, invariably it's a 9.8. I don't know how they do that. And I guess, you know what it is, it's probably the publisher is actually just picking the best of them on the spot before the artist even signs them. When you're out in the market, though, and you take these to a show, and let's say you get the guys at CGC to follow you over to the artist, and they get it signed, very rarely does it ever come back as a 9.8. So a 9.6, good enough for me. And you know what? I can't even remember what I would have bought this for. But anyways, I bought it, and it's an early image comic, which again, it's one of those things that it tweaks with me. I buy this. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm quite happy with this one. There's a Sam Keith signature right there. Very cool. Very cool. Unlike Dale Keown, he actually kept up his schedule a little bit. Nah, I'm just giving you a hard time, Dale Keown. That being said, I was kind of disappointed when you weren't at Fan Expo last year when I actually bought the tickets just to go meet you, and you weren't there the days I was there. Anyways, okay, day 2. What do we got here? This is the Solar Man of the Atom #10. This book, you will find a lot of these CGC at the lower grades and around the 8.5, and you'll find a lot of them raw out in the market in the lower grades. It was just one where when it was produced, it was not really taken care of. It was underproduced given what they were actually doing at Valiant at the time. And it's really hard to get higher grades. I have, I think, 2 higher graded copies right now. Probably have about 4 or 5 ungraded copies, which I'd say would rank somewhere between here and higher than this. I think I have one that's even a cheapie that I just picked up one day just on a whim, and it would probably rank down at around, I don't know, maybe a 6. But either way, it's another good one to have. Eternal Warrior, it's only a matter of time. This guy is going to end up getting movies, TV, whatever. I don't know. I'd say pick those up if you can, people, because you know what? It's gonna build up and get in demand. That was me banging my head, by the way, just in case you're curious. These are going to put up on it together. All right, Solar Man of the Atom. You got number 1 and number 4 there, both of which signed by Bob Layton. It's interesting. They're lower graded copies. And looking at these, there's no reason why you go crazy for either of these. But looking at these are ones where you would say to yourself, I've already got them Signature Series verified with Bob Layton. Would this be 2 to take to a show that you know Shooter's going to be at? And have them then double signatured, have CGC witness this as well? It's not going to be a higher grade, and people aren't going to go crazy for it, but that'd be an interesting one, especially if you're a big Valiant fan, the early Valiant fan like I am. Again, you're looking for the books that are around in your formative years. That's what you write to. That's what you connect to. Here we go. This is the last one of that set. This is that hard case hollow. I wonder, can I even get the effect to work on a camera? I don't think I can. Oh, yeah, you can see it a bit there. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's an alien there, and there's a dude. Anyways, yeah. Hard case number 1. Again, when these were out, this was just because Malibu hit the market really when, I guess effectively you would say the market was just primed to implode. And that's really what happened. It imploded. The speculation, everything going on, it was nuts. And it's a shame. Mid-93. And here's a graded copy at a 9.8. I think I've probably got, just of this book alone, in the hologram cover, I think I've probably got 3 or 4 of these. But again, they're always creased right down the side here. And they're not ever worth sending in for grading unless you are absolutely positive you're going to get that 9.8. Because even looking at this, I'm sorry, I would argue that impact right there, and there's another impact I can see from over here, both of those in my eye would make me say, I don't think that's a 9.8. If this was cracked and went back in, I don't think it would come back at a 9.8. Unless you were doing that, because I know there's a lot of people that say, oh, well, same day grading, maybe they're going a little quicker there. I don't know. I wouldn't take that chance. Okay. The more recent purchases, and these are the cool ones here. All right, so you got signed Rob Liefeld, Major X number 1. Everybody saw this cover when it was out. That's cool. I bought it directly from RobLiefeldCreations.com. Quite happy I got that. That was really cool. And there's even a way that you can actually get these, I guess, sealed. You get a holographic seal or a certificate that they'll put on there for $15 a book to verify, yeah, it's signed. Like, you just bought it from their website. Why would you need a seal? I don't know. It's one of these things with signatures, and people will always look at them and say, well, do they add value or detract value? I guess this is a specific one that's to RobLiefeldCreations.com. I didn't see this anywhere else, but I did buy it with the bundle, and there's the variant edition, by the way. And that's another one signed. You see that? Yeah, you can see that. Very cool. I'm quite happy with that. That's going in my Major X run. And speaking of Major X, let's jump into the other ones. And again, I think I did mention this earlier. Couldn't get these at my local comic shop. Don't know why, but I guess that's just, it's your purview. It's your, what do I call that? It's your discretion. Let's go with that. It's your discretion as to whether you're going to get these into your shop or not. Mine didn't. So this is one of those variants where I couldn't get this anywhere. It's Del Auto, I think, is this one? Is that what this one is? I can't even remember. But I couldn't see it anywhere. When I was down there, I did pick up a copy of this at Coliseum of Comics because obviously I forgot that I bought it online at eBay. So it's going to be 2 copies of that one. Nice. You got the third printing sketch edition there. That's another one I could not even get my guys to consider getting in. I called around to a bunch of other local shops. None of them were willing to get this one in. This was the 1 in 25, I think, third printing variant. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the 1 in 25 third printing variant. And there's your standard Major X number 1 third printing. I don't think they did a 4th printing. Yeah, I don't think they did. Huh. I think the only one I'm actually missing now is the Wills Portasio. Is that how you say that name? Number 1. That's the only one I'm actually missing. And there's the number 3 second printing. Again, I had to get these on eBay. Couldn't get them locally. Then you get to the J. Scott Campbell stuff. Now, again, I don't remember buying these at all. I don't remember pulling the trigger and purchasing these. I remember contemplating purchasing these, but I do not remember pulling the trigger and doing it. Clearly, I did. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. Amazing Spider-Man number 2 variant, signed. Number 2 variant, signed. Number 2 variant, signed. And number 2 variant, signed. Now, I can tell you, when I was looking at these online, these two didn't mean much to me. I'm sorry to the artist, I'm sorry to the company, but the Black Suit Spider-Man speaks more to me. These two sort of went, ooh, yeah. I think I prefer the Venom one. Although I do like my Black Suit Spider-Man, I prefer the Venom one. Anyways, that's just my take on that. And all these, this is a great part about when you buy them directly from the artist. They come with a certificate. These are very nicely bagged and boarded. I have no reason to work on these. And these automatically come with a little stamped seal thing. I didn't have to pay extra for those. Huh. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I didn't understand why Rob Liefeld Creations had that, but I'm sure there's a business reason for it. I just don't know what it is. Last thing, and this is the Christmas gift I got. Phoenix Resurrection, Return of Jean Grey number 1. Now, this one had 8 variants. I now own all 8 variants. I do not own all 8 variants of CGC'd. I own mine signed, similar to these Spider-Man ones, with this ticket authenticity, and they're signed, and they've got the little seal on them, and that's cool. So that's what mine 8 are. But this one specifically is for my friend Jason. He bought one of these copies, and he got his, I believe, CGC'd. He bought his directly on eBay, because he saw mine, and he really identified with this cover. He liked it. The thing that's really cool about this is, check it out. You flip it over, and it's the Virgin variant on the back without the logo over top of it. That's really cool. That is really neat. So I got him this. It's signed. It's a 9.8. Honestly, if you were somebody who wanted this book, there's no better way to get this book. Unless you're going to try to argue for a 9.9 or a 10.0 out there, and I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous. All right. There is now the last one. Now, Bill Sienkiewicz. I'm convinced that's how you pronounce this last name. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me. He did a variant cover of Conan the Barbarian when Marvel was coming back into this one, and this is his signed copy. Again, I mentioned this earlier. I got the Moon Knight one. I really wasn't a big fan of the way it's packaged. The board is, in my opinion, flimsy. It's not a halfback. It's something where really I want that in a new bag and board just for me to be comfortable. But either way, that's my only complaint. This guy's work is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's really out there. It makes you think. And quite frankly put, I think he does more artistic flair in his covers than I'm seeing in a lot of the work that's out there. And it stands the test of time. You can look back at the early New Mutant stuff that he did right now, and you're still looking at it going, damn, that looks good. Anyways, Bill, thanks for that. I appreciate that. I'm glad I bought that from you. If only we can get these things with a little bit of a better board, that would be fantastic. Anyways, now that is the actual overhaul. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, because quite frankly put, we will not be having another one of those for quite some time, probably until the next time I'm down stateside. Okay, so that's the mail call. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. There are boxes all over the floor. It's incredible. I did this because I specifically wanted to get these boxes out in the recycling tomorrow, and now, just because there's so many of them, I didn't even think my way through this. I actually have to break these up so that I can recycle them. It's incredible. It's like I'm pre-masticating the things that are being later masticated. That's an analogy to feeding birds, by the way. Just seems ridiculous to me that I have to do that. Just put it out. You've got giant machines that recycle this stuff. Why do I have to break it up? Anyway, my side rant for the day. As I say earlier, I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll have another one of these, I guess, in maybe another year. The next time I have a giant haul of mail that I'm bringing back from the States. Now, as per usual, all the liking, the subscribing, everything's going to pop up at the bottom there, and I do hope you follow through with that. That is important. And I'm going to head inside now and think about how I'm going to break these up, and I'm going to put all these books away. I guess I'm going to have to rebag and board at least the Conan one, and try to figure that out, and then get them added into my overall inventory. Yes, I know that sounds nerdy, but it is an inventory. I'll try to do that, and then I'm probably going to sit down and watch Barbarian Queen. Yeah. Seems like a Barbarian Queen night to me. Good plan.